Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cape Complainers. Joining me, as always, are the Cape Complainers. For today's episode, I have Reed, Tim. I am your host, Greg, and today we are going to be talking about Amazon Prime's Invincible Season 4. But before we do that, I want to pour one out for someone who's been with us since the beginning. My soundboard passed away this morning. Lived a good life, not well, covered in dust, but it got us through some hard times. It got us through 6 seasons, but unfortunately, old homeboy just couldn't do another Sunday morning. So let's have a quick moment of silence. Let's play some taps in the background. I don't know. How does taps go? Da, da, da. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, here. I got it right here.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so rest in peace, soundboard. So I may sound a little different today. One, I'm kind of coming off of a sickness, and I'm using my really cheap backup mic that I have, just in like it's just if I ever needed a mic on the go.
Stop touching it.
Does it sound bad?
Yeah, you're like making these little wobble noises.
Oh,
like,
sorry. Okay, yeah.
Either stop touching or just stop wobbling.
Yeah, it's a really cheap mic, but it's the only way I could talk to y'all today. So
it's catching pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to keep it like really far away because I can't adjust the level on it, and so it only comes in really ridiculously hot mic form. So
whoa! How does it come?
Oh, it comes hot, and so yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. What about y'all? Do y'all got any big news? Any exciting events happening? I know Reed built a mirror or a thing.
Yeah, just a fake window, a faux window at a foam, and then
he said that's Erebor.
Yeah, that the image from the second Hobbit, I believe, at Lake Town, where I think they're about to return. Or it might be from the first one. I can't remember. But whenever I first had this slot,
the first one.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. But yeah, whenever I first had this slot for these images, I'm going to have one here and then 2 more on other walls here in my room here. But cool. For some reason, the first image I thought was this, and I only saw the Hobbit like one time, but I don't know why it just magically flashed in my head that this would be a cool, like how I just remembered that. And so, the other 3 pictures are sort of just other cuts from this same image in the movie. You can see.
Is it just going to be Hobbit stuff, or are you going to branch off into Lord of the Rings?
The images are just going to be the same scene, just cut out and just in different windows here. But no, it's not going to be in here. It's not going to be solely Lord of the Rings. I just went to a Renaissance festival here, and I got this wooden Skyrim map. And so I got the Skyrim map because I thought it was like, that was my first love for all this sort of like role play. I know it's not really role play, but that sort of.
I've role played. The Elder Scrolls, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Gulak the Deathbringer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what an RPG is, a role-playing game. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but like with the whole, like, you can put your stats specifically here. You can make this sort of specific build and stuff like that. And so I think that's where my first love was, that introduced me to all of this whenever that first came out. And then also my dragon actual hand woven tapestry, and then this banner that I got from the same festival. So
look at you. Your room is coming along just fine.
Well, that's because It's gonna be my birthday tomorrow.
Oh my god, happy early birthday.
Thanks. Star Wars Day.
How old are you gonna be?
34.
Oh, that's not bad.
34.
Oh. What did you think, Tim?
I literally thought that you were like 28 or something.
So
You're
you're a
just
Taurus?
so handsome.
Yes, Taurus.
Taurus? Yeah, I forget that our birthdays are in the same month. I'm a Gemini, no big deal. Well, actually, I'm on a cusp, so I'm a Taurus Gemini, no big deal.
Gemini rising.
Yeah, no big deal.
What's the one before us? I'm not even gonna pretend that I stinking know the star map.
I know like a little bit of it. I know if you're February, you're an Aquarius. Yeah. I don't know. Silly things. So Tim,
Sup, boss?
what's going on with you?
I got my master's degree. I don't know if we did an episode since I got it.
No.
I got a new
Hold on.
job at work.
Wait, hang on.
Say it again.
Hang on. It's gonna be great.
No, y'all are gonna do crickets or something. It's gonna be embarrassing. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Y'all had the same idea.
There we go. That would have been.
Then I got a new job at work, and then I start this Thursday. And I'm trying to think, anything else cool happened to me? I've been practicing some leatherworking so that I can tool in a Charmander shadow kind of like profile onto a leather piece so that I can sew it onto my armor that I sent y'all a picture of. But Jesus, tooling is hard, and every iteration I've come out of this Charmander looks like absolute dog water. But that's it. And watching Invincible. And I started watching The Boys last night. And I do have to say, the writers of The Boys, they've been listening to our podcast. They took our suggestions to heart because there's less gratuitous violence.
Good, and this is why we do it.
Yeah, for the
This is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Give the people a voice.
You're welcome, world. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the topic. Season 4 of Invincible. We kind of touched on it a little bit before we hit record. It was kind of a slow burn. Which is fine. I mean, I really enjoyed Invincible when it first came out. And then I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. But then, like, I don't know if it's just there's so much happening and there's so much to watch lately. But I have just kind of just dropped off of a lot of shows. Even The Boys, that like I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it whenever I get to it. Like unless I have to record and talk about it, I'll take my time to watch it. Like so I hadn't really been keeping up with it, but I get like clips of it on TikTok, so I get an idea of what's happening, and I'm like, okay. And so the other day, whenever I was working, I was like, okay, I need to actually watch the show. So I put it on, I had my little computer, and I was just kind of like occasionally looking up and watching it. But it's...
Greg, the entire season was muted. They didn't have any sound. How did you watch that?
I know, it was weird. It was an odd artistic choice for them to not record any dialogue for the season. So it was very brave of them. But I don't know. It just, I don't know if as I get older, or maybe it falls under the whole superhero fatigue that there's a superhero show, superhero movie all the time. And so it's just kind of like it's not keeping my interest. I love superheroes. Obviously that's what this podcast is at its core. We're talking about superhero shit. But I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to kind of just sit and watch some of these shows. Is the season bad? No. It was just I don't know. There's only so much you can tell in 10 episodes. So much story. And I think this one, like, now we're getting into the Viltrumite War and all that stuff. But I feel like the war lasted 3 episodes. I mean, and then we had like a bunch of filler. We had the Damien Darkblood, Mark Goes to Hell episode. We had a whole episode of just Mark healing. And they didn't even make it to the war yet. And so it's just kind of, I don't know. It was just kind of an okay season for me. But what about y'all?
I think you're kind of stamping why those, well, at least the time that Mark was healing, because that was the episode where Omni-Man and Oliver finally got to spend their time together. Mm-hmm. And so that's what that was centered around, more than just, oh, let's wait till Mark heals. But that was kind of an important episode for Nolan to get closer with Oliver, because at first in his mind he was just an experiment, and so yeah, he couldn't care less about this kid, because he reverted back to his his mission that he was first sent out on, was go find suitable substitutes to bring back our race. And so we found, I'm not sure what that bug planet was called, but he found that.
Thraxus.
Yeah, that's it. Found a mate, and then tried to see how those kids came out, those spawn. And so at first he was an experiment, but now he's a son now. He cares more about him. He wants to keep better tabs on him and stuff like that. But I think, man, so many brutal things happened in this season. There was a bunch of going in for guts and
good God.
That. I thought was that was
the second conquest fight. Yeah. That was hard to watch.
Digging intestines out.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, just die already. Like, this is just ridiculous. Yeah.
But his neck is just a cylinder of bricks, apparently.
Yeah. That was now, whenever I say it was a boring season, it did have moments. The second conquest fight was really good. I absolutely loved Mark's, like, you're never gonna breathe again, and he holds true to that. He's just like, nope, you're done, and he just like locks in, and that was good. I really enjoyed Nolan's. I do feel for Nolan. That he did some horrible things. Tim doesn't agree with me. He's making a face, but I really do and really am excited for Nolan's redemption. That, like, he is going. He still is flawed, but he's definitely trying. So, like, whenever he had that moment with Debbie, of like, whenever he like goes right back in front of her, and he's like, stop treating me like I don't exist. I'm trying. And I was just like, I feel for you, man.
That too.
Like, yeah. Well, why are you shaking your head, Tim?
Reed said that we're all flawed.
Do you think Nolan is unredeemable?
Yeah, fuck that guy. In fact, all the Viltrumites, pretty much. Even Mark, in some points. I'm like, what the fuck, kid?
So you really agreed with...
My flaws don't, end up with thousands of people dying in 10 minutes, so I am redeemable if I do have a second beer with dinner, Nolan's flaws are that he killed the Guardians of the Galaxy, the people that literally saved millions, and then killed tens of thousands of people in, Chicago, the subway, all that entire fight. That's not redeemable, and that's not even not even the tip of the iceberg. He went to other planets, tried to conquer them, and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill you all. He's like, I don't give a crap. That's not my mission. You can't have a baby with me. Another thing, he actually didn't go back to his mission after Earth. He was wandering around space and was like injured or something still from his fight and was gonna die. And then the Thraxan queen nurtured him back to health, and he
I
fell
think he
in
was
love
gonna
with
kill.
her.
He was gonna kill himself. He was gonna put himself in a black hole.
Yeah, he was gonna kill himself, and then the Thraxan
Oh,
queen
that's
nursed
right.
him back to health, and he fell in love with her. So Oliver wasn't part of the testing thing. Nolan knew that the Viltrumites wouldn't accept Oliver, which is why he wasn't happy when the Viltrumites showed up. Because the Viltrumites don't care about reproducing as much as they care about reproducing good offspring.
Yeah,
And as we've seen,
it's quality over quantity.
yeah, and
Right.
if you
So
mate
yeah,
with a Thraxan, you're definitely getting quantity over quality. Because
yeah.
well, it was like a year and a half, and Oliver was already shooting loads into, at lobsters. Um,
Oh my god!
but yeah, I don't think
But
Nolan is
he still
redeemable.
ate it though.
And when he did that thing where he like zoomed in front of Debbie when she was about to walk into the house, I got really scared for Debbie. I was like, is he gonna fucking kill her now? I mean,
Well, tell me that.
is he gonna
Tell me
freaking
that
kill her
isn't.
now?
Tell me that isn't human. Tell
That's
me
not
that isn't human.
human. That's
Okay, so
that's
like if
that's
you're trying to
angry.
do
That's angry
no,
and
if you're trying to
controlling.
do the
No,
right
let
thing,
me
if you're
finish.
trying
Let
to
me
do the
finish. Let me finish.
okay.
It came out of a place of fear and anger and wanting to be in control. And he was angry that he wasn't able to control Debbie anymore. So he jumped in front of her. And then when she refused to back down, that's when he realized he was like, oh, dang, this isn't the right move. He needs to go to like Viltrumite therapy or something. Get
They don't
his
have
stuff.
therapy.
I
Yeah.
know. He needs
Viltrumite therapy is a kick in the nuts.
he needs to get it figured out, and then he needs to spend millennia, redeeming himself before I think he can be redeemed. Like that right
Well,
there.
I mean
You said that it was
that's the
sad that she
plan.
refused to see him. I don't even think that's like 0.0001% of punishment that he deserves.
I didn't say it was sad that she didn't accept him.
You said that.
I said I feel for Nolan. It's hard. He did some horrible things, but he is genuinely trying to fix it.
Right, but
and if he's
here's the
genuinely
thing.
trying to change, then he will understand that while he can be doing good things, other people don't have to accept it. That's the whole thing with free will.
No,
Both
yeah,
perspectives can exist
I'm
at
not
the same
saying
time.
people should accept it.
You
I'm
still
not
shouldn't
saying
feel bad for him.
I still feel bad for him though. I'm not saying people need to be like, "Oh, Omni Man, you little jokester." I'm just saying I feel for him
Yeah.
because he's trying to fix an unfixable situation, but he's still trying. He's still, instead of he's just like, well, fine, fuck y'all, I don't feel bad at all. And so, but now he's genuine, like, and that's where I'm feeling for him. I'm just like, man, I want this to work out for you.
Yeah.
Because I see it. I see he's trying to do the right thing. But it's just kind of like it's hard because honestly, my favorite moment in the entire season is whenever Omni-Man has drinks with Art, the suit maker guy, and they're just talking. And then when Omni-Man leaves after Art says he closed his account, he only makes
Superhero
costumes for superheroes.
Yeah.
He walks away, and you just see Art just like he was panic attacking through that entire thing. And so I'm just like, oh man, I just feel I just know that if Nolan thinks something is going well, that thought will always be there, and that's why I feel bad for him. I'm just like he's trying to fix something that could probably never be fixed.
Yeah.
Do you
But,
feel bad for Art in that scene?
Yeah.
Good. That's who you should feel bad for.
I think. All right. So basically, you're 100% down with the Scourge virus. Basically,
You know what?
all
I
all,
actually
all
am.
Viltrumites should go. Should go.
Until there's like a redeeming arc, which I guess they're gonna have on Earth or something. I don't know. Then yes, I'm 100% down with wiping them out because they
Mhm.
commit genocide after genocide after genocide. Literally trillions of
Or enslavement.
or enslavement. Yeah, enslavement's
Entire
like the
planet.
easy punishment. They're like, you know what? You work for us, and if I just lose my temper once and you're around me, you're gonna die. But at least I don't kill your entire species.
Yeah, they're enforcers.
Well, look. Then you're probably not going to like this next season because it's showing.
I'm not saying that I'm anti-redeem. Okay, if they do something that redeems
We just had a
them,
whole argument about how you think Nolan isn't redeemable.
I don't think he is.
No.
I think it's, but they're going to
It's
show
pretty
it.
anti-redeem.
They're
he's the
going
only
to
one
show
that needs
it.
to be redeemed.
I don't think he's been redeemed, and I
Right.
mean it can be redeemed, and they're going to show it redeemed by random actions that these random Viltrumites do. Like a Viltrumite's probably gonna blow up a meteor that's headed towards Earth or something, and then I'll be like, "Oh, yay, he saved 12 people, yay!"
No, then they wouldn't want to out themselves that way. Like, who blew
What kind of meteor?
It wasn't one of our people.
Yeah. What kind of meteor hits Earth and only kills 12 people? It's like, wow, he saved 12 people. I was like, no, I think he saved more, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what kind of meteor blows up a planet in half? It was just 3 people running
Oh
through
yeah,
a planet.
that reminds me.
Exploded that core.
That
Yeah.
reminds me. Whenever they destroyed Viltrum,
Hmm.
why was it necessary for them to go in with it?
Yeah, why didn't they just shoot the beam? That's what I was
Yeah,
wondering.
because the beam would destroy the planet as is. Because I think that little beam, it just goes and it's just going to hit anything in that path.
Hmm.
But it's just like, why was it necessary for Mark, Nolan, and Thaddeus to go in with it?
You mean
and it took-
Dadius?
yeah, Thaddeus.
Boom.
But I don't know. That I thought was weird. I was just like, I don't know why they had to go in. But
Also,
okay.
when they came
I think they were
out
just-
on the other
I think they're
side of
just widening the crack or something,
Oh.
or just the force of how fast they were going. You know, the outside force that they're pushing away as they're going.
So like they added more destruction to it.
Yeah.
But okay. Eh,
Also,
I
when
don't know,
they
I just
got
thought-
through the other side of the planet, how did they come up on Thrag right there? Thrag was literally on the opposite side of the planet, and then so here's Thrag, here's the planet, they go in through here, and then Thrag and all the other Viltrumites are over here now? Like,
I mean, he just had to wait for him, I guess.
I know.
I mean,
They did a whole
I'll-
rotation while they were going through it, and then they came out.
I'll say
Took him a
this
whole
about
day.
yeah. I'll say this about Thrag. He is a menace. Like, I mean, obviously, like I know how the comics are and all that stuff, but Thrag, he's scary. That it's just like watching like Nolan whenever he was coming at him to hit him, he broke his arm with a block.
Yeah.
So it's just like, gosh, damn, like he is strong.
How
And
did
so-
he get so strong? Because, they explain, like, he's been training since birth, and, like, he knows how to
Yeah.
fight like a Viltrumite better than any other Viltrumite. That doesn't explain, like, the ungodly amount of strength and fortitude he has. For
Yeah,
him
like
to just
he,
take Mark's punch head on, no blood, nothing, he was just like,
yeah, like he sent Nolan all the way down,
mhm.
like it with one punch, all the way crashing down onto Viltrum, and then uppercutted him all the way back up into space. I'm just like, my God, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but he wears a dress.
Freaking loser.
Thrag is the strongest Viltrumite because he was specifically bred for maximum power, trained from birth in all forms of combat, and has thousands of years of battle experience.
Oh.
So I guess he was literally bred for perfection. So I guess that just
is he pure Viltrumite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unlike other Viltrumites in the show, he is thousands of years old.
What about Conquest?
So
Conquest
I guess
old as balls.
Well, probably because he got just so wrecked year.
But now you have to think about this. Like, whenever Mark's like, I killed Conquest, and he was like, show me. And then Mark did nothing to Thrag. So now you had to realize how weak Conquest was to Thrag. Yeah. So it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, for real.
So
wait, hold on. Yeah. Going back to the whole tearing a hole through Viltrum. Explain this logic to me. They go through the core and they're grunting and straining against it, and then their clothes get burnt. Mm-hmm. But it's just a shirt. They come out hands full. Like, explain that to me.
Well,
comic book logic. It's the same thing of just like when the Hulk becomes the Hulk, all the other clothes rip off of him except for the pants.
Yeah,
it's just space, I guess it's just comic book logic. So
I think it's weird that they never show dick imprints in these skin tight clothes.
Is that what you're looking for, Tim?
Always, dude. They got a girl in skin tight clothes. They show nipple. They show like the crevice of the butt and the other parts.
Go on.
With guys,
tasteful side boob.
Yeah, they literally give you everything. With men, it's like, nah, this dude's a Ken doll. I'm like, that's impossible.
Dear Amazon.
I know. I believe it is sexist in 3 ways.
Yeah. Show me Mark's shaft. Cowards.
Like goes down.
We know we want it. We know you have it.
Yeah. I'm not the only one asking for this.
I am the voice of the people at the Cape Complainers.
Cut to an Amazon worker. That dude who wants to see Invincible's penis again. Toss it on a giant.
Keep blocking him. He's making different email accounts.
A mountain of letters. Anyways, but I mean, the show is not bad. But to go back to my original point of it saying it just kind of took a while. It wasn't a great season for me. That like, I mean, I'm not super big on like action every 5 seconds. That's not what I'm asking for. But I feel like just the story, we didn't need the Damien Darkblood episode.
Yeah.
It helped in a little bit of Mark's little mental crisis that he's going through.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just felt like, and I'm more than likely wrong. I just felt like a lot of the episodes could have been directed in a better way. That like, I think it would have been cool if like, because Mark asked for to speak to somebody like in the last episode. I was like, I think it would have been nice if Mark did that, I don't know, episode 1 or 2, and then we can kind of have him going through it a little bit more out loud instead of internally. Because like every so often he'd just tell Eve, he's like, I'm not doing okay, and then immediately we'd have to do something else, and then like an episode later, I'm not doing okay. I'm just like, then fucking talk to somebody.
I think the thing is, at that point, every time that he got his butt handed to him, he still defeated his enemy. He still defeated Conquest. Even though he was gasping and had blood bubbles coming out of his mouth, he still defeated
Still had almost 10 feet of his intestines outside of his body.
Yeah, he
God.
still defeated the dragon dude. He still defeated, like, he kept winning the battles. And so his enemies, he thought, wouldn't come back for him. With Thrag, he gave it his all, and Thrag is still out there. And then we have the whole episode, the last episode being about his PTS. Whoa. You guys see that?
An earthquake.
Yeah. We had the whole PTSD thing, and like, because his big bad is still out there, and he cannot believe that there is a safe place for him right now. Like, I get why it's like now, but yeah, I wish he would have done some sort of like therapy ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I would just wish we saw a little bit more of that internal thing, him saying it. They're like, obviously we can see he's going through some shit, but I think it would have been really nice if like we had like the action broken up with really good dialogue of Mark's mental health. But I don't know. Instead, we got just Alan fucking an alien. Like for like several scenes in one episode. So, but I mean, I don't know. It's not a bad show. I just think some of their ideas could have been directed a little bit better. But yeah,
the makers of Invincible, they do like to split up seasons and end on cliffhangers, and then come back and continue it, and then start another story arc at the very end of that season. So I think you're kind of getting ahead of them. We've seen this pattern a handful of times with this show. So of course, I think what you're saying probably will come back with another season. It's just, yeah, I understand it's not happening at the speed that you wanted or would like it, like that. But they're trying to elongate and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it does help to expand on those moments that are not, always big story point and stuff like that. Like, yeah, we got to see more of. Got to see this trauma happening to Mark more. We got to sit in that some a little bit. Got to even with Eve with her issues, becoming pregnant, with her powers being thrown off by that and stuff like that. We haven't seen anything like that yet in this show. And then it was a quick little storyline, and just her going through that alone because Mark was gone, and they're both worrying about each other. Mark didn't even know she was pregnant this whole time, and so it helps to sit in those sort of situations in these circumstances and stuff like that to build more emotion instead of just
more tension.
Yeah.
I'll also go back really fast because I really enjoyed the Damien Darkblood episode, and I think it showed how strong Mark has gotten by other comparisons versus Conquest and Thrag. Because they're like, oh, this is the Ultra Devil. She's stronger than the regular Devil. And he's just like, and he's just like, so you
that episode, it reminded me, it felt like a One Punch Man episode of just like the villain is being just like built up, just laying waste to all of these strong, to Satan himself, just like fucking skewers Satan, and then One Punch Man just comes in there, bow, and finishes it. And
speaking
I mean,
of
the comedy,
Punch Man, one of my biggest complaints about the whole season, why did it look so bad? Like, they have one of the largest budgets on TV right now, and it was just like super lazy drawing.
Everybody says that the animation in Invincible sucks. You animate it then.
Yeah, right.
I'm not getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Pay me hundreds of millions of dollars, Greg. I'll get it animated for you. Like there are
Alright,
people who post like videos on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube of literally just adding shading, using AI to add shading, like
yeah.
shadows to people's face, and it makes it look way better. Literally, it takes them 5 minutes to just run it through an AI program to add the shading.
Oh, I'm sorry that they want to stay genuine and stay away from AI robots. Make it a
Bull crap. They don't care about that. They're just it's literally just laziness. That's
I've
all
been I've been yelled at for using AI.
Yeah.
And you wanna just tell another company to do it? How dare you?
Well, I guess with Tim bringing that up,
but it takes
Greg
very little
knows-
work, is what I'm saying, and they just skip over it. Sorry.
for the little added.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to ask, with the show, does their art style match that of the comics? Do you know that, Greg?
Somewhat, yes. There is. I'll throw Tim a bone.
Yeah, give it to me, Daddy.
There is better shading and all that kind of stuff in the comics.
Okay, so it is laziness. Okay, we'll give it to Tim. We'll give it to Tim.
All right. Yeah. But okay.
I guess like
the show has an art style.
When they're flying through space, it's literally they just have the picture of someone, and then they just have a background of the same 3 stars moving behind them or something, and it's like,
wait, you're
that's
right.
so lazy.
The laziness is, oh hey, we could talk telepathically in space somehow. Not all the time, so we don't have to draw the mouth moving every time.
Exactly. And then they don't have the shadows. Any fight, it's literally like a cutscene fight. Like, it's just like, watch Mark try to punch, watch Thrag stand here. It's not like a fluid punch, dodge, there's like very few of those like fluid moments.
Have you ever tried to draw?
Everyone's like launching each other away from themselves again. So yeah.
Greg, with their budget, they should be able to, and the time frame that they had to make this show, they should have been able to do better.
Okay. I mean, I'll agree with you. In season 1, the art style was strong. Like whenever Nolan goes to that alien planet, a lot of nice shading, a lot of good shadows, contrast is great. And then whenever Mark and Nolan were fighting, he was like, "What will you have in 500 years?" Like, that was drawn very well. But I agree, as the show goes on, what is the term they say? It's like flying PNGs. That's just like a character not moving, but it's just kind of But yeah,
it's the background.
It's something that you can put together in like Paint or PowerPoint, or it's lazy. How much are these people getting paid? Because like they're getting overpaid.
Hello,
Greg's getting a phone call.
Hello, Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're listening to the podcast.
The voice of the people.
Yeah, you want to talk to Tim?
Oh God.
Yeah. I'll give you his number. Yeah, hang on.
Oh shit! They're calling me, guys. They're calling me. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, this is Tim. Oh, you want Reed's number? Yeah, here, I'll give it to you. They didn't want me.
Yeah, Reed just.
Oh no, they're here.
Yeah. Reed just clicks spam. Just block and report as spam. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do final thoughts and capes. Reed, you go ahead.
I do think it was a pretty big season. With everything that did happen and stuff like that. And yeah, it wasn't bad. And, like I said, I appreciated sort of the longer scenes to sit in and stuff like that. I do understand the whole Damien Darkhold episode and stuff like that. That one could have been something else, but everything else still flowed together for me, still connected, still made sense. And again, we know the pattern that they're going for is, the build up for this first half, and then we're going to get answers and things ending in the second half of another season. So, with all that and all that we've talked about, I think it's still a pretty good 8 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Tim?
I'm gonna start with Capes. I think it was closer to 6.5 for me. I can't decide between 6 or 7. Um, it was good. 6, 7. I enjoyed the I I just enjoy, I guess, when I'm invested in a storyline, then I feel like I have to follow through, and I feel like following through this season has been harder than most other seasons. And I feel like most of our complaints have been very consistent throughout the seasons, where they start one storyline, and when they're halfway through, they start 2 other storylines, and then we have 3 storylines that they have to keep going back to throughout the entire season, and they only have 8 or 10 or however many episodes. So it's like they run out of time, so the last episode is always just like a really fast boom. Like it doesn't feel, I don't
It's
know.
always to be continued.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like it's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then honestly, I wish they had ended the season 1 episode sooner. Right before, right after Viltrum blows up. I liked seeing Mark with PTSD, but that's like an episode 1 type of storyline. That's like building us back into this character and giving us more of that emotional connection to a character right at the beginning so that we're invested for the whole season. They did it right at the end, right after the climax, and then they didn't even give us a resolution because Thrag did end up being on Earth, and he was like, well, we're just gonna use the people to fuck, and if you stop me, I'll kill everybody. Like that's I don't know, not that interesting of an ending for me. Um, and then the animation, like it was literally like watching a PowerPoint at some points. Whereas like they click a button and then Alan zooms across the screen. They click the next button, cuts to their next hand drawn picture. Button cuts to the
Starlight.
next one. Yeah.
Hmm.
So for
Okay.
those reasons, 6.5. In fact, I change it to 6 now.
Okay.
Knock yourself down.
Yeah.
I will give it a 7 because, as I've said many times before, not bad, just not the direction I wanted it to go, and that's all extremely personal on me.
Opinionated,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's all just, it's my preference.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do agree the animation could be better. It wasn't world ending for me, but like ever since people have been bringing it up, I do agree. I do see it.
The
That,
voice
like,
acting, I think, was really good. So I think it would have been cool to have, the animation
to
it.
match.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, maybe that's where all their money's going. Just the voice talent.
Keeping it
And
original.
because I think there was one moment where like Nolan, whenever they're on that alien planet while Mark is healing, for some reason Nolan's feet were freaking huge. And so I'm just looking at him, just like, my God. But I don't know, ever since like it's been brought up like on TikTok and all that stuff, I'm just like, well, yeah.
Yeah, they give
I
us
guess
big
that
feet
looks-
but no bulges? Come on.
Yeah, come on. Dear Amazon. But I don't know.
Follow up.
Yeah. Me again. But
This
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I do give it a 7 though. It though it did not go in the direction I had hoped, there was still enough there that it kept my interest and all that stuff. And as I said in the beginning of this episode, that I feel like it's getting harder and harder to watch some things. This one, I didn't have as hard as a time. But I do think superhero fatigue is a real thing, and I think we are all suffering or will be suffering from it soon. I still watched.
I think like there's a television fatigue going around. Like because every streaming service has to have like 5 to 10 shows that they're producing, and all these shows have to like they just have to be there. They don't have to be good. They don't have to be as long as they're not bad, they toss them up and they keep whatever sticks around. So like, oh, we got.
And it's getting harder. It's getting harder to find a good show.
Yeah.
Like for me, one of the best shows that I've ever seen in recent years is From.
I think there's more out now.
Yeah, the new season came out a couple weeks ago. I think we get the 3rd episode tonight. But it's
really is a good show.
And that